This is the electronic resource kit of Laura Famularo, student number 4550231. The YouTube video, If the World Were a Village, is a great resource for teachers to explore and support students' intellectual and social development while in a classroom. Teachers can show this in class to students to cover many topics ranging from culture, population, ages, wealth, food, health, poverty, pollution, gender issues, ICT, and more. The clip uses numbers and percentages, which is also a great way for teachers to incorporate maths and for students to see just how multicultural we are as a society. This tool is fantastic for students to see how culture, especially in Australia, is very diverse. If teachers show this in a classroom, it has many openings to a range of themes to discuss and learn about. It covers different learning styles, so auditory learners prefer to learn information through hearing information, so they benefit from discussion-based classes. Visual learners prefer to see information given, so the visual element of the video will be a great way for them to learn. It's important for teachers to cover various learning styles for their diverse classroom because everyone learns differently. In Chapter 4 of Teaching Making a Difference, we learn that 21st century students are very diverse with their learning and personal skills. With technology advancing, it is important that we keep learning engaging and motivational. Every student learns differently, so it's important that teachers treat all students as individuals with unique weaknesses and strengths and their own needs rather than generalized representatives of a particular racial, ethnic, or cultural group. Teachers also need to create an open classroom environment that values the experiences and perspectives of all students from culturally diverse backgrounds. They need to employ a variety of teaching styles to respond to the needs of diverse learners in order to make classrooms interesting, fun, and engaging for all students at different levels of development. Using the Australian curriculum to meet the learning needs of all students. Teachers refer to this ACARA learning and content tool to plan lessons and teaching programs. The ACARA curriculum must be relevant to the lives of all students and address contemporary issues they face in the 21st century now. By referring to this, teachers can bring different and diverse viewpoints into classrooms. By using this, teachers will be able to support children's intellectual development as well as their own identity. Planning for successful inclusion includes allocating the time, resources, strategies, interventions, appropriate student support, and positive attitudes. Students need direct skill instruction, practice remediation, and enrichment. Some ideas include pre-planned lessons with structured objectives, using step-by-step processes that involve a lot of practice, concentrating on individual students, providing opportunities of success to build self-esteem, positives before negatives, relating students, learning to students' lives using their interests effectively, communicating with families, students, and colleagues. Mind maps are an excellent tool to be used in classrooms as a pre-assessment guide to test students' knowledge of information that they know already. This is a great way to get students to broaden their own knowledge by being able to break down the information that they have and link it to other ideas. This is a great way to help kids recall and remember information easier. It's a great tool to learn that is structured and neat and flows. It is very closely linked to the constructivism theory because it allows students to construct information based on past experiences and previous knowledge that they already have. In my eyes, Rita Pearson's TED Talk is one of the most valuable resources I have come across in this unit. She discusses how helping students to develop a positive self-esteem is an important part of a child's learning journey. Her TED Talk was very inspiring for me. I was able to see and reflect how my own teachers in Year 12 encouraged me and my peers to do the best that we could and to be in a positive mindset. According to Rita, she believes that students deserve an adult who will never give up on them, and I think this is an incredibly important message for teachers to bring into classrooms to further empower students to improve their grades. Dweck found that beliefs about intelligence and achievement have a profound effect upon achievement. People who have a fixed mindset are more likely to blame their own shortcomings for their academic failures and believe that they aren't smart enough and may continue to not try or avoid challenges during school. Those with a growth mindset are less likely to blame themselves for their own intellectual shortcomings because they view their mistakes and failures as an indicator that they didn't try hard enough. With a growth mindset, students are persistent, learn from their mistakes, and are encouraged by other people's success. If we have a positive mindset as teachers, it'll help improve students' learning. If we have a positive growth mindset, we can motivate students to grow in their learning, create a positive learning environment, and improve their marks or grades. Dweck makes it clear that praising intelligence and ability may actually jeopardize success as well as self-esteem. Learning mindsets can affect student performance, so it's essential that I explore different strategies that supports my students in the future. I need to create positive approaches to all tasks, create opportunities for students that are experiencing struggles, have group discussions in response to children saying I can't do this, and encourage students to reflect on their thinking processes. I could even show a video that can help students understand the difference between growth and fixed mindsets and how differently the brain functions and grows. The Sesame Street Power of Yet video file is an excellent tool to be shown in classrooms. The message it brings is to believe in yourself, to work hard, to keep focused, and to keep trying. This video file is a great resource to encourage the growth mindset approach to learning. It's also a great way to introduce the topics of grit, perseverance, and goal setting. We as teachers need to teach children about grit and perseverance, not just knowledge. They need to have strength of character in order to get through all various challenges of life, and it is essential to do tasks that are about individual identity in classrooms.